How's it going, guys? My name is Major Tunage. This is my first tutorial video, so bear with me. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment, message me, or if you have any requests on other things, if I know how to do it, I will try to get a video up on it. But for this first one, I will just go over some gated synths. You can kind of make like some custom sounds and things like that. The most recognizable one is probably The Way I Are by Timbaland. It's kind of that spacey synth. So I will start with that. The first thing you want to do is to create a track, which I have here. I'm going to name it right off the bat. I'm going to call it Trigger, because it's going to be the drums that trigger the gate. So you want to go to Media, Library. Usually I pick an 808 kit, which is under drums, electronic drums, 808. So I'll make sure that's the 808. Kind of bassy. And a lot of times I just draw them in. Sometimes I'll play them, but a lot of times I'll just line them up. And usually you want like two short ones and a long one if you want that gated pad. And then I'll just repeat that for a whole bar. It doesn't sound like much right now, but once we get rolling, it'll sound a little better with the pad. So we have that so far. You want two short ones and a long bassy one. And so we'll create another instrument, which will be the actual pad or the lead. So you want to pick a synth. We'll try a pad first. It kind of depends on which one you want, like your kind of sound that you want. So we have the pad. With these triggers, what you want to do first is click and hold stereo output. Select a bus. Usually I just pick bus 1, or it doesn't really matter what kind of bus you use, but I just pick bus 1, and then it still has a stereo out, so later on you're going to want to change that, because if you still play it, you'll still hear the drums, and you don't want to hear the drums. You just want to use the drums as a trigger for the gate. So for the stereo, you want this stereo output to be no output, so then when you play it, you won't hear anything, but you can see the output is there, you just can't hear anything. Okay, so you picked bus 1. Now you go to the pad and you add another plugin. You want to add a compressor. No, you want to add a noise gate. And the first thing you want to do on that is put the side chain to that bus that you created, bus 1, and then you play it, and then you play along with it. Right now it doesn't sound like much, but you kind of have to mess with the threshold, and then you usually want the release a little bit longer. Usually for most pads, the threshold you want around 24 to 26. But again, you can mess with what kind of pads you want. You can also put a lead in there or a bass. And once you have the settings you want, then you can save it. I actually saved one that's called Gated Synth that has all these settings, so you can just copy these that I have. And then you just have a gated synth now. again, it just kind of, it's on your own preference. And again, you can mess around with these, like these long ones. You can put one short one, one long one. You can put a bunch of long ones after that. And then you can kind of get your own custom sounds based on that.